Introduction. In the world of relationships, many men make the mistake of chasing, begging, or trying too hard to win a woman's affection, only to lose her respect in the process. True influence doesn't come from desperation. It comes from presence, discipline, and inner strength. How to enter her mind and never leave without begging for love. Stoicism explores the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy and how it can transform the way you connect with women. By mastering your emotions, holding firm to your values, and living with quiet confidence, you naturally plant yourself in her thoughts without ever needing to plead for attention. This introduction will show how shifting from neediness to self-mastery not only deepens attraction but also ensures that your presence lingers in her mind long after you've walked away. 1. Confidence without neediness. True confidence is a state of inner strength that doesn't depend on constant validation from others, but instead flows from self-respect, self-awareness, and the ability to stand firm in one's values. When a person is genuinely confident, they don't need to chase approval, prove their worth through external achievements, or cling to people out of fear of being alone. Neediness, on the other hand, arises from insecurity and the belief that one's value must be confirmed by someone else. It shows up in behaviors like overtexting, seeking constant reassurance, or bending one's boundaries to keep another person happy. This difference is critical in relationships, friendships, and even professional settings because people are naturally drawn to those who project strength and independence, while they are repelled by those who seem desperate for attention. Confidence without neediness comes from knowing that you bring value to any situation, regardless of whether others recognize it or not. It is about walking into a room with quiet assurance, not because you think you are better than anyone, but because you are at peace with who you are. To cultivate this, one must develop emotional self-sufficiency, meaning you can regulate your own emotions and don't rely on others to fill internal voids. This requires building a sense of purpose, practicing gratitude, and committing to personal growth so your identity is not fragile or dependent on external factors. A confident yet non-needy person gives freely in relationships but does not beg for reciprocity. They can express interest without fear of rejection because they understand rejection doesn't diminish their worth. They respect others' space because they respect themselves, and they know love cannot be forced, it must be freely given. Such a person remains calm under pressure, handles criticism without collapse, and celebrates others' successes without envy. Ultimately, confidence without neediness is attractive because it represents balance, strength without arrogance, kindness without self-abandonment, and independence without cold detachment. It communicates, I choose to share myself with you, but I do not need you to complete me. That energy is powerful because it creates a foundation for genuine connection, where both people bring their whole selves to the table. In this way, confidence without neediness becomes the ultimate form of freedom. It allows you to love, lead, and live fully without chains of insecurity holding you back. Control over emotions. Control over emotions is one of the most powerful skills a person can develop because it separates those who are ruled by external circumstances from those who remain steady regardless of what life throws their way. Emotions are natural responses to experiences, but when left unchecked, they can lead to impulsive decisions, unnecessary conflicts, and even regret. The key lesson in emotional control is not about suppressing feelings or pretending they don't exist, but rather about mastering the art of responding instead of reacting. Imagine someone insults you in public. Your first instinct might be to snap back or get defensive, but a person with emotional control pauses, breathes, and evaluates whether reacting will serve them. This ability to create space between stimulus and response is what gives you true power. Ancient Stoics emphasized this idea by teaching that events themselves are not what disturb us. It is our interpretation of them that causes turmoil. By training your mind to stay calm, you gain freedom from the chaos that comes with being emotionally fragile. Emotional control also strengthens your relationships because people naturally trust and respect those who can handle pressure without breaking down or lashing out. Leaders, for example, are remembered not only for their intelligence but for their ability to stay composed when others panic. On a personal level, emotional control brings peace. You no longer ride the highs and lows of constant mood swings, but instead carry a grounded, steady energy that attracts stability into your life. The practice involves self-awareness, mindfulness, and discipline. You must learn to recognize the first spark of anger, jealousy, or fear before it grows into a fire. Through reflection, journaling, or meditation, you can train your mind to detach from fleeting emotions and focus on reason. This doesn't make you robotic, it makes you resilient. A person who controls their emotions does not give their power away to others, nor do they allow temporary feelings to destroy long-term goals. In fact, emotional mastery creates true freedom because no matter what happens outside, you remain the master of your inner world. 3. Live by values. Not by pleasing. Many people spend their lives bending themselves to fit the expectations, demands, or approval of others. Yet this way of living only leads to emptiness and resentment. When you live to please, you become a mirror of other people's desires rather than the author of your own life. The fear of rejection or the hunger for validation becomes a silent master, dictating your choices, words, and even your identity. But when you shift your focus from pleasing people to living by your values, you step into a life of inner strength and freedom. Values are the compass of a strong character. They are principles that do not waver in the winds of opinion or circumstance. Living by values means you act from integrity, not convenience, and you pursue what is right over what is easy or popular. Unlike approval, which can be taken away at any moment, values give you an unshakable foundation that cannot be stolen. A person who lives by values may not always be liked, but they will always be respected first by themselves, and eventually by others who recognize authenticity when they see it. Choosing values over pleasing also protects you from manipulation, because those who thrive on control can only sway those who fear disapproval. When your sense of worth comes from alignment with your principles, you no longer depend on applause or validation to feel significant. Living this way requires courage, because it often means disappointing others or breaking from the crowd. Yet the alternative, betraying yourself, is far more costly. When you stand firm in values like honesty, discipline, loyalty, justice, and compassion, your life gains clarity and meaning. You know who you are, what you stand for, and where you are going. People may come and go, opinions may rise and fall, but your values remain steady like the roots of a tree that keep you grounded in every storm. The irony is that the very respect and trust people seek through pleasing is actually found by refusing to be a pleaser. Others eventually admire those who are consistent and principled, even if they disagree with them. Living by values makes your life simpler too, because decisions are no longer based on 1,000 shifting variables of who might approve or disapprove. Instead, you ask one question: does this align with my values? In relationships, this creates authenticity, because you show up as your real self, not as a performance designed to win favor. In your career, it fosters excellence, because you refuse shortcuts that betray integrity. And in your inner life, it cultivates peace, because you know that your worth is not up for debate. It is grounded in the timeless truth of who you choose to be. To live by values, not by pleasing, is to exchange the fragile currency of approval for the eternal wealth of character. It is to stop chasing shadows of acceptance and instead become the light of your own path. 4. Scarcity builds value. Scarcity builds value because human psychology is naturally wired to desire what is rare, limited, or hard to attain. When something is abundant and easily available, people often overlook it, undervalue it, or even take it for granted. But when that same thing becomes scarce, it instantly grows in importance, triggering a deep emotional response that makes people want it more. This principle is not only seen in economics but also in relationships, personal growth, and everyday life. Think about luxury items like limited edition watches, rare cars, or exclusive experiences. People pay higher prices not always because of the function, but because of the rarity. Scarcity gives meaning and status to the possession. The same is true in human interactions. If you constantly make yourself available to someone, giving all your time and attention, they might appreciate you at first, but over time they begin to expect it, and eventually, they stop valuing it. On the other hand, when you establish boundaries and are selective about your time and energy, people perceive your presence as more valuable. Scarcity communicates self-respect, discipline, and higher standards. This is why the most respected leaders, mentors, and even romantic partners are often the ones who do not overextend themselves. Stoicism teaches us that detachment and measured presence create strengths by not being desperate or constantly available. You show that your worth is independent of external validation. Scarcity also creates anticipation. People treasure moments that feel rare and irreplaceable. Just like a sunset that only lasts a few minutes becomes a cherished experience, or a limited-time opportunity feels more urgent, scarcity intensifies appreciation. Therefore, to build value in life, you must protect your time, energy, and presence. Don't give everyone unlimited access to you or they will treat you as common. Be intentional about where you show up, who you invest in, and how much you give. This doesn't mean withholding love or generosity, but it does mean balancing it with self-respect. When you wisely limit your availability, people learn to value your presence rather than expect it. Scarcity makes what you offer feel rare, and rarity makes it unforgettable. 5. Silent influence. Silent influence is one of the most powerful forces in human interaction because it operates beneath the surface, shaping perceptions, decisions, and relationships without the need for constant verbal persuasion. Unlike loud authority or direct commands, silent influence comes from presence, composure, and the ability to embody values rather than just talk about them. A person with silent influence doesn't need to raise their voice or chase approval, because their steadiness, self-control, and inner discipline naturally draw respect. This influence begins with self-mastery, the way you carry yourself, the calmness in your demeanor, and the consistency in your actions. People unconsciously look for signals of strength, trustworthiness, and authenticity, and they can sense these qualities more from behavior than from words. For example, when someone consistently remains calm under pressure, refuses to gossip, or chooses discipline over impulse, others begin to view them as a figure of reliability and wisdom. Silent influence also thrives in the power of listening. When you give others space to express themselves fully without interrupting or judging, you create an invisible bond of trust that no speech could force. This makes your presence valuable because people feel safe and understood around you. In leadership, silent influence often outweighs formal authority. A leader who leads by example through fairness, patience, and quiet confidence will earn deeper loyalty than one who relies on shouting or control. In relationships, silent influence shows up in how your actions communicate more than your words, whether it's showing respect, setting boundaries without argument, or maintaining dignity when others try to provoke you. The great Stoics understood that persuasion through character is stronger than persuasion through rhetoric. If you want others to follow you, first master yourself. Silent influence also teaches restraint, the ability to withhold unnecessary speech, to not react impulsively, and to allow your presence to speak where words would only weaken your point. This makes you unpredictable in the eyes of others, which creates a sense of intrigue and respect. The paradox of silent influence is that the less you seek recognition, the more powerful your recognition becomes. True strength never needs to be announced, it is felt. Those who practice silent influence understand that calmness is not passivity, but strategy. By observing more than speaking, they gain insights others miss, allowing them to make wiser choices. Over time, people remember not the noise of someone's words, but the weight of their character and the quiet way they shape decisions and moods without ever needing to dominate the room. Silent influence is therefore not about manipulation, but about embodying such inner steadiness and authenticity that others naturally adjust themselves around your presence. It is the art of letting your actions, discipline, and composure become a language more persuasive than speech. And in a world full of noise, it is silence that ultimately carries the deepest authority. 6. Detach from outcome. Detaching from outcome is one of the most powerful mental disciplines a person can practice, and it lies at the very core of emotional resilience, inner peace, and long-term success. At first glance, it may sound like indifference or a lack of ambition, but in reality, detachment is not about giving up your goals or caring less about what you're doing. It's about caring in the right way. When you detach from outcome, you shift your focus away from obsessing over results you could not fully control, and instead, you place your energy on the process, the effort, and the values guiding your actions. Life is unpredictable, and the truth is, no matter how much we plan or prepare, external factors will always play a role in shaping outcomes. By tying your happiness, worth, or peace of mind to results, you hand over your emotional stability to forces outside your control. Detachment allows you to reclaim that power. For example, in relationships, if you constantly cling to the outcome of someone loving you back or behaving exactly as you want, you set yourself up for disappointment, desperation, and neediness. But if you love sincerely while remaining detached from how the other person responds, you act from a place of strength and freedom. The same principle applies in work, business, or personal goals. When you detach from whether you succeed or fail, you give yourself permission to fully commit, take bold action, and learn without being paralyzed by fear of rejection or loss. Ironically, detachment often makes success more likely because it eliminates pressure, anxiety, and the self-sabotage that comes from obsessing over results. Detachment is a practice rooted in ancient Stoicism and echoed in modern psychology. Focus on what you can control: your effort, your mindset, your choices, and release what you cannot: the outcome. This does not mean you stop caring about winning, achieving, or reaching your dreams. It means you care about them in a healthier way, where your peace of mind isn't held hostage by circumstances. Think of an archer drawing back his bow. He can perfect his aim, steady his breathing, and release the arrow with skill. But once it leaves the bow, the outcome is no longer his to decide. Wind, distance, or even the target itself may shift. The wise archer understands that mastery lies in the preparation and the release, not in clinging to whether the arrow hits the bullseye every time. In the same way, detachment trains you to embrace uncertainty without fear, to take action without desperation, and to live with greater calm and confidence. By practicing detachment, you are not abandoning desire. You are liberating yourself from obsession, creating the mental space to act with clarity, resilience, and freedom. In doing so, you cultivate the paradox of true strength. When you stop being enslaved by outcomes, you gain the power to pursue them more fully. And regardless of what happens, you remain unshaken, grounded, and at peace within yourself. 7. Strength. In self-mastery, true strength is not found in dominating others, controlling situations, or chasing external power. It is discovered in the discipline of mastering oneself. Self-mastery is the ability to govern your impulses, thoughts, and emotions, rather than being ruled by them. It is the foundation of freedom, because when you control yourself, no one else can control you. The Stoics understood this deeply. A man may lose wealth, reputation, or even his physical strength, but if he possesses mastery over his mind, he remains unshaken. Modern life tempts us with distractions, quick pleasures, and endless noise, all designed to pull us away from discipline and into dependence. Yet those who cultivate self-mastery develop an inner fortress that cannot be breached. Strength in self-mastery begins with awareness, recognizing your patterns, your weaknesses, and the impulses that often sabotage you. Instead of reacting blindly, you pause, reflect, and choose wisely. This small act of restraint builds a mental muscle that grows stronger with practice. For instance, choosing patience over anger, discipline over laziness, or silence over unnecessary conflict are daily demonstrations of self. These moments may feel small, but they accumulate into a character that others respect and admire. More importantly, they shape a person who respects themselves. Mastery also requires sacrifice. To say yes to growth, you must say no to indulgence. To remain committed to your higher values, you must resist the seduction of temporary pleasures. But this sacrifice is not loss, it is exchange. You exchange fleeting comfort for enduring strength, shallow approval for deep self-respect, and chaos for inner order. With self-mastery, even in the face of loss or hardship, you remain centered, because your peace does not depend on what you cannot control. The man who rules himself is more powerful than the one who rules nations. For empires may crumble, but inner discipline endures. Self-mastery transforms strength from something external into something eternal. It is not about suppressing emotions but directing them toward what is noble. Anger can become courage. Desire can become ambition. Fear can become wisdom. Every emotion, when governed, becomes fuel for growth rather than chains of weakness. This is the art of turning obstacles into opportunities, a lesson every Stoic lived by. In the end, the highest form of strength is not how much you can lift, how loud you can speak, or how feared you can become. It is how deeply you know yourself, how firmly you can stand when life shakes you, and how steadily you walk the path of virtue while others stumble. Self-mastery is not a destination but a lifelong practice, a daily commitment to rise above impulse and live with intention.